do something, and after that child did something, they go, yay! We're so happy, and you did so good. That's what we should be doing for one another. We should be the cheerleaders for people to grow up and not, beat people down. But anyway, I don't know why I got on that. But it's your power. It's your power to justify or condemn. You have the power. In yourself, in your belief system, you have the power to justify yourself or condemn yourself. You're the judge. You're the judge. We think it's nothing to say, I'm looking for a bargain, do we? We think that's just, but you know what? And I think Sandy told me this. You know what bargain means? Bargain. Sometimes you bar yourself from gain when you're looking to get the best of somebody all the time. Isn't that, did you ever think about that word? I'm looking for a bargain. But what you're really trying to do is bar your own gain. Because, my husband used to say this years ago. My husband, it was an attorney, and he said, a deal is not a good deal, unless it's good for both parties. And that's true. If you're trying to get the best of somebody else, that's not a good deal for you either, because you're barring your own gain. You have to, something that I've recently been doing, I don't know where I read it, but when I send out my bills, I just bless the electric company. I used to think, now, why did that electric bill go up again? Now, you know what? Every month but now I say, you know what? They gave me a service. I had heat or I had cooling. So I am going to write this check and say, bless them for the service that they gave me. You see, I'm changing my perceptions of things. Because what comes back to me when I'm fighting against it and going, just higher bills, more bills, because that's what I'm focusing on. But when I focus on the blessing of that and I send it out with a blessing, blessings are going to come back into me. You see, it's changing the way we look at these things is everything in our life. My perception, my parents probably grumbled about bills growing up. So my perception was, and I've thought it 100 times, I go to my husband's office to write the bills and I think, I hate this. I hate writing these bills. It's like I get them written and they all come in again and it just drains my bank account. I just hate it. But I'm changing my precept on it. And as my perception change on it, my inner beliefs are changing on it. And it changes everything. But, you start sneezing, you say, I'm getting sick. I'm going to get sick, miss 2 weeks of work. I'm going to, and then it goes on and on and on. There's that bottomless pit that just takes you and swirls you down. You have condemned yourself. See, by your words, you've condemned yourself. I can't pay the bill. I can't afford it. I'm getting sick and all of that. Everything we believe will manifest and will give account of unless we change our beliefs. Unless we change our beliefs. Let's see. Listen to what it says in the Beatitudes. Blessed are the pure of heart. Want to know what that means? It means a heart, an inner belief system which is pure and aligned with all good. An inner belief system that sees no negativity, sees no duality, sees that I've heard it preached a million times, but today that thought came into my mind. Blessed are the pure of heart. Blessed are the ones that have a pure inner consciousness, a belief system. Isn't that beautiful? There's so many scriptures that are similar to that. What brings blessings into your life? An inner belief system. Let's go to Matthew 5:28. Matthew 5:28. I want to show you this one. 5:28 says this. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. Okay? Do you get it? Your belief system is where it all happens. Doesn't matter if you go out and do that thing, because the whatever that is the reflection of that will manifest in your relationship. But it's already taken place in your inner consciousness. That's what Jesus came to show us. Our belief, be it unto you according to you believe. It's the belief system, but it's the inner subconscious belief system that has to change. Let's go to Matthew 13:15. I bet you can think of a lot of scriptures right now yourself. Matthew 13:15 says, For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have been closed, lest at any time, listen to this now, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. That is a mouthful. You know what he's saying here? Here's where wholeness comes. When you begin to understand in your inner belief system, in your consciousness, a change in your inner belief. How do we receive these inner beliefs? And I touched on that before, but I believe it's our parents. You know, our parents, you get a little hot, and parents say, go take you right to the doctor. You don't do well in school. They tell you you're not dumb. You know, you're dumb. That they have lack in their life, that they've been poor. We've always been poor. Our family's been poor. And then it's also a corporate consciousness, a global consciousness. We get affected by that, like the survival of the fittest. And then religion has done a job on us, hasn't it? If we don't keep all these rules, we're not good enough. If we don't do this, we're backslidden. You know, if we don't serve, all of these things. So it's all of these belief systems, but there is a way. And we touched on it last week, and we're going to touch on it again. There's a way. You have the authority and the power to change your inner belief system. Christ demonstrated that over and over and over again. It's not going to a psychiatrist that will change your belief system. You have the power and authority once you believe it, once you understand it, and once you begin to walk in it. I've seen it in my own life. I know the way I view things now are entirely different than the way I used to view things, because I have known that about binding and loosing, that I am able to bind that thought and loose a higher dimensional thought and replace it. You know, you just can't, and it's not always easy, and all of us get in stuck places. I myself get in stuck places. We all get in stuck places. But we, are, as a corporate consciousness, are beginning to understand that we have real power and authority to change a belief system. It's not out there somewhere. It's in here, and Christ told us again and again. He said the keys to heaven, keys to a mind that's in alignment with God, is binding and loosing. Binding those things that are in separation from the mind of God, those negative thoughts, and begin to loose your higher energy thoughts, even if you just go a little higher. Maybe it's going to be better. You know, sometimes you can't jump all the way that's going to be perfect, but you're going to say, maybe it's going to be better. You know, I've thought, too, meditation is a great way. When you go in and tap in, and you know what, I don't know about you, but affirmations are good. I know the first thing I taught my grandson, and he still says it to this day, he said, I can't do that, Yaya. And I said, Christian, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. If that's not an affirmation, and today he'll say, I can do it, Yaya, because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You know, we have other affirmations, don't we? We say, oh, those are not good, those are not good. But what was that but an affirmation? When you think you can't, there's an affirmation that says, yes, you can.